Are you embarrassed of how you look naked? Do you want to have more energy and more sex drive? Do you want to be proud of the man that's staring back at you in the mirror? Do you want to be able to fit into your favorite clothes again that you probably keep tucked away in the back of your closet? Do you want to be a better role model for your kids? Or who knows, maybe you're worried about your health. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes. Well, if you give me just 10 to 15 minutes of your time, I'll teach you exactly how you can lose anywhere from 20 to 50 pounds in the next 90 days. What I'm going to teach you is the MRP. And when you use the MRP, you're going to be shocked to find out that you're not going to need to diet or do any cardio at all to lose weight. For starters, what even is the MRP? It's the Metabolic Reset Protocol. And this is a proven strategy crafted to reunite your metabolism and help men burn fat as efficiently as they did back when they were in their 20s. When Chris used the Metabolic Reset Protocol, he lost 25 pounds in 90 days. Greg lost 30 pounds in 90 days. And Santo lost 50 pounds in 90 days. But here's the best part. He didn't have to stop drinking beer or eating pizza just to lose the weight. This is exactly what happens when you get your metabolism working for you efficiently, just like how it was back when you were in your 20s. Now you may be wondering, is the Metabolic Reset Protocol for you? We're going to go over that next, but real quick, let me just say this. At the very bottom of this landing page where you're watching this video right now, there is a completely free training guide that you can go ahead and take a look at. Inside the training guide, you're going to have workouts, nutrition plans to follow, and more tips to help you lose fat. So once again, is the Metabolic Reset Protocol for you? Well, do you want to learn how to lose fat and build muscle without dieting or cutting out your favorite foods? Do you want to learn how to create a workout routine that's personalized for your body type and schedule? Do you want to look and feel your best again and create sustainable habits? Now, if you answered yes to any of those questions, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Coach Joe. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, and strength and conditioning coach. And since 2017, I've been helping men lose fat and build muscle by teaching them the Metabolic Reset Protocol. I personally use this protocol to help me stay underneath 10% body fat all year round without dieting or doing cardio. You see, it wasn't always like this. I grew up in an Italian household with the finish everything on your plate mentality, the good foods versus bad foods, and this led to me having a binge eating disorder. And after constantly being picked on and bullied at school for being overweight, I realized I needed to make a change. So I went to Google and YouTube and bodybuilding.com and started reading a bunch of men's health magazines, but I never really found what I was looking for. You see, I tried all these different diets, keto, paleo, carnivore, intermittent fasting, but I never got the results I was looking for. I've tried every single workout routine that you can possibly think of, and I still never got the results I was looking for. It wasn't until college when I went and got certified in personal training, nutrition, and strength and conditioning when everything finally clicked for me. You see, when I figured out how it all worked in the body, it felt like I finally figured out the missing piece to the puzzle. The reason why I never got the results with all the other diets and training programs that I tried before in the past was because they weren't personalized for me. Some of the diets are way too strict, they weren't fun, they weren't enjoyable at all. Some of the workouts I end up injuring myself because it wasn't suited for my body type. It was almost like I was just throwing spaghetti up on the wall and hoping and praying something stuck. But once I got my certifications and acquired the knowledge, it was like a huge weight being lifted off my shoulders. I learned how to create sustainable fat loss habits, which eventually led to me starting the Metabolic Reset Protocol. My values are simple. I love God, I love my family, I love my health, and I love my career. And my mission is to help other dads just like yourself learn how to lose fat and build muscle properly for your body type without all the headaches. And by using the Metabolic Reset Protocol, you're going to see exactly just how easy this can be. Now you're probably wondering, how does the Metabolic Reset Protocol work? We're going to talk about that next, but real quick, here's just a friendly reminder that the very bottom of this page is a free training guide with workouts, macros, and more tips that's going to help you lose body fat. So be sure to check that out. Now, Ryan is a busy CEO, and when he's not at work, he's enjoying his quality time with his family. The problem is that Ryan was so focused on his career and his family that he completely put his health on the back burner. And it wasn't until his doctor prescribed him to cholesterol medications when he realized here he needed to do something about his health. Ryan needed a plan that was going to be structured around his busy schedule and lifestyle, where he can easily get a few quick workouts in and still eat the same foods with his family at dinner. Ryan ended up graduating from our 90-day fat loss plan, losing 25 pounds and getting off his cholesterol medications. Joe is somebody that loved to work out and go to the gym, but yet always seemed to struggle with his weight. And it wasn't until he looked at himself in the mirror one day and just wasn't proud of the man staring back at him. That's what led to him contacting us to learn a little bit more about our Metabolic Reset Protocol. And Joe was not a big fan of cardio. So when he actually learned that he did not need to do any cardio at all to lose the weight, he wanted to get signed up. And just by using our metabolic reset protocol, Joe was able to lose over 30 pounds in 90 days. When Jimmy played football back in the day, he loved everything about the team atmosphere. There was the coach, there was the players, there was the bonding, the celebration, but most importantly, the support and the accountability. But after getting married and having kids, Jimmy realized here that he didn't have any support and no accountability at all. And that eventually led to him gaining all this weight because he wasn't on track with his health and fitness goals anymore. Jimmy tried every diet under the sun that you can think of, but he never was successful when it came to losing the weight and keeping it off. And that's because diets don't work long term. They're not sustainable. Jimmy would always have to cut out his favorite foods. So when Jimmy learned about our metabolic reset protocol and how he didn't need a diet and how he didn't need to cut out his favorite foods, he instantly wanted to get signed up. And that was one of the best decisions Jimmy has ever made, because he not only learned how to lose over 75 pounds in 90 days, but he also learned how to create sustainable fat loss habits. Not just for himself, but for his entire family. And now Jimmy's leading by example. He's not just talking the talk, but he's walking the walk. He's being that role model for his kids. There are just 3 easy steps for the metabolic reset protocol. The first step is metabolic frequency workouts that's personalized for your body type and your busy schedule. And once again, this is all 100% personalized for you. So it doesn't matter if you go to the gym or you work out at home with or without equipment. There has been hundreds of guys to easily lose 20 pounds inside of our 90-day fat loss plan by just doing 3 20-minute workouts right at home. The second step is flexible fat loss macros so you can lose weight without dieting. Now, if you've never heard of macros before, I'll break it down for you real simple. These are your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. And when somebody can teach you the proper macros for your body type and how to incorporate that into your fat loss routine, I promise you this, you will never need to follow a diet ever again. We teach our members not only the best fat loss macros to use for them, but we also teach them how to apply our 80-20 rule, so that way they can easily learn how to fit in their favorite foods and still lose weight. Now, the third step is the glue that holds it all together for our metabolic reset protocol, and that's support systems to help you easily stay on track with your fitness goals. Inside of our coaching program, we have our personalized weekly assessments going over all your key metrics with you. We have our 24/7 accessibility. We have our community groups. We have our live coaching calls. We have our mindset calls. We want to make sure that there are plenty of support systems in place to ensure that you're successful on your fat loss journey. This even includes helping our members by scanning over and reviewing any kind of restaurant menus for them if, let's say, they're ever dining out. Once again, we are there for our members 24/7 to help them every single step of the way. Now, you may be wondering, but Joe, what happens after the 90 days of using the metabolic reset protocol? Well, you have to remember, our job is to help you boost your metabolism to get it working again, just like how it was back when you were in your 20s. But also, we want to teach you sustainable habits on how to keep the weight off once and for all. And that's exactly how Bill was able to lower his A1C levels and lose over 55 pounds in 6 months. Mark was able to learn how to lose over 90 pounds in 6 months without cutting out any of his favorite foods. And Brian finally learned a training routine that worked best for his busy schedule and lifestyle, which led to him losing over 85 pounds in 6 months. And John was able to lose over 150 pounds in 6 months by once again just utilizing our metabolic reset protocol. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like you have no energy? Do you feel like you have low sex drive? You're lacking the motivation? You're not being a good role model? You're not proud of the man staring back at you in the mirror? Maybe, who knows, you just don't like the way that you look in those photos, or maybe you're embarrassed taking off your clothes. And who knows, maybe after watching this video, you're a little bit more mindful of your health. Maybe you want to focus on more longevity, more energy, more sex drive. Maybe you want to have endless amounts of motivation. Maybe you just want to lead by example for your family or feel proud and confident in your own skin. Maybe you just don't want to worry about your health anymore, and maybe the potential risk of maybe high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and maybe even type 2 diabetes. You can apply to join our coaching program by just filling out the short application form right below this video. But don't just take my word for it. Please turn your volume all the way up and listen to what these guys have to say.
Since joining Heartletics, I've lost over 25 pounds.
And 10 weeks into the program, I'm down 25 pounds, and I've lost several inches off my belly already.
12 weeks, I've lost over 25 pounds.
Lost 50 pounds, 13% body fat.
I was 300 pounds. I was a marshmallow. And now I'm a rock.
I started off at 257 pounds. Currently, I am about 170 pounds.
Down maybe 35, 40 pounds.
57 pounds, 30% body fat. Currently now 181 pounds and 16% body fat.
Best investment I've ever made.
4 months, lost 33 pounds.
I'm down over 100 pounds since starting.
We ended up crushing it. 48 pounds is what I lost in the 12 weeks. Coach personalizes everything. He legitimately cares about trying to make the quality of our lives better.
Joe keeps you accountable. He truly, and this was big for me, in a very authentic way, cares about what it is your goals are and helping you achieve your results.
Tom, can you repeat what you just said, sir, please?
Yes, I had some blood work done recently and found my A1C was down considerably, so I'm out of the pre-diabetic side. And my cholesterol was down so much that my cholesterol medicine is now cut in half.
Let's go, baby.
And possibly, I have to wait to see my regular physician, but possibly I might be able to get off the thyroid medication as well.
Let's go. Ryan, do you mind repeating what you just said, sir?
I am no longer diabetic.
Yeah? How long did that take?
Like a month.
Yeah? Yeah?
I dropped 3.5 points.
There you go. Let me ask you a question, man. In terms of you dropping those A1C levels and no longer becoming a diabetic, and everything that you've done so far in this coaching program, just one simple question. Was it hard?
Not at all, to be honest.
Not at all. That's how we like it, baby. Good work. You may be wondering, what's the difference between having an in-person trainer compared to an online coach? Well, for starters, you're all over the place. If you think about it, you need to have one nutritionist, one trainer, and another person that's going to be holding you accountable and checking in with you. So if you're, let's say, going to meet with a nutritionist, just one session a week, maybe that's $80. For 12 weeks, we're looking at $960. Now, if let's say you were going to go to the gym and also hire an in-person trainer, let's just say you were going to work out with them 3 times a week and each session was $50. We're looking at $150 per week. Multiply that by 12 weeks, we're looking at $1,800. Now, if let's just say somebody was going to be in your corner, checking in with you, holding you accountable, and let's just say on average, that was about $95 per week for 12 weeks, that's about $1,140, bringing the grand total for 12 weeks to $3,900. But here's the thing. This might not even get you the results that you're looking for. And here's the reason why. Everybody's all over the place. You're still throwing spaghetti up on the wall, hoping and praying something sticks. Your nutritionist is never going to call up your personal trainer and coordinate with them what it is that you're actually doing in the gym, and vice versa. And let's just say for somebody that's holding you accountable, do you really think that they're going to call up your nutritionist and trainer and making sure that you're actually doing the right things? Probably not. Now, the reason why our online coaching program is so effective for our members is because everything's all in-house. The workouts, the nutrition, and most importantly, the accountability. And if you are somebody that is worried about your health, maybe high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, you can just go ahead and take a look at some of these screenshots. We've helped hundreds of members get off their medications. I'm sure you heard this phrase before. You can either give a man a fish and feed him for a day, or you can teach a man how to fish and feed him for the rest of his life. Our job is to teach and educate our members on what works best for their body type and their lifestyle. So that way, once again, they can learn how to create sustainable habits. Think about it like back in the day when you were in driver's ed class. You probably had a driving instructor sitting in your passenger seat teaching you how to drive a car. But what happens? You pass the test, you get your license. It's not like you need that driving instructor anymore. Why? Because you have all the skills, you have all the knowledge. It doesn't matter if it's an SUV or a sports car, you still know how to drive it. It doesn't matter if it's Colorado or California, you still know how to drive the car. It doesn't matter if it's raining outside or sunshine, you still know how to drive that car. So once again, hopefully you can see here that you made that investment into the knowledge of learning how to drive that car, and that's carried you on throughout the rest of your life. Now, you can actually teach how to drive a car to your kids. What do you think would happen to you if you learned how to lose weight without dieting or cutting out your favorite foods? Do you think you would finally get better results if you learned how to lose fat without doing all the cardio? Inside of our coaching program, we make it so simple for our members just by using our app. There are literally thousands of different recipes for them to choose from, but also hundreds of different sit-down restaurants in case they're ever going out to eat. Our job is to take out all the guesswork and make it very easy for them to lose weight without all the headaches. And on our app, they're going to have their own personalized workouts, whether they go to the gym or whether they work out at home with or without equipment. And once again, this is all structured for their body types and their busy schedules. But once again, accountability is the glue that's going to hold it all together. We're going to be going over with them our personalized weekly assessments with all their key metrics, so that way they're learning what works best for their body type and when and how to make adjustments. We're there for them 24/7. So if let's say they need any adjustments to their workouts on the fly, we can do so. If let's say they're going out to eat at a restaurant and they want us to scan over that restaurant menu, we can do so. When you mix that kind of support with our community groups and our live coaching calls, it's always going to be a recipe for success. We have a 97% success rate for our members that utilize the Metabolic Reset Protocol. That's what led to Chris losing over 25 pounds. Just like how Ryan lost over 25 pounds, how Jason lost 35 pounds, how Greg lost 30 pounds, how Joe lost 30 pounds, how Gabe lost 30 pounds, how Santo lost 50 pounds, how Jimmy lost 75 pounds, how Bill lost 55 pounds, how Mark lost 90 pounds, how Brian lost 85 pounds, how Jason lost 100 pounds, and how John lost 150 pounds. So let me ask you this. Do you want guaranteed results? What about no more wasting your time? How about the skills and knowledge forever? If you are, then all you have to do is fill out the short application form that's right below this video. Are you ready to lose 20 to 50 pounds in the next 90 days?